Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Chimmel, the GOAT of ring announcers. And you're listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.
Really? You would have changed fucking hats?
I saw you were in the NBA.
Welcome to the Marks Podcast. And to be honest, we got a lot to fucking talk about today.
Oh.
So I was like,
at least it wasn't a boring week.
Well, no, I started off and I was going to do the thumbnail on WWE Uncut. That was the plan, right? I finally got down to sit down and watch it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. I mean, granted, it's a servitude piece, right? It's just for them to lick their own asses and all that. Seth Rollins came off very likable. Becky's still a fucking but it was really well done. But then all this shit with Vince happened, and I need to know if we have permission to talk about Vince today.
I'm lifting the ban for
just a little bit.
I'm lifting the ban for the moment.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
And I'll put it like this. We can just keep it to the topic that came out. Let's just keep it to the topic on that part that came out, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
What's up, Jacob? Is that our Jacob or is that a different Jacob?
Jacob's Kitchens?
Who's Jacob's Kitchens? Wait, is that the...
Because it's not spelled right.
Wait, is that our fellow Gooner? Am I one of the Gooners? Hi, what's up, Jake? So, I'll let you start it off. You're the one who's the mastermind behind this shit.
I'm not the mastermind, but
yes, you're Jacob. That's the Jacob, all right? Okay.
So after
we get banned from talking about somebody last week, a whole bunch of news comes out about that guy this week.
It does, but I'm trying to think of how long it's been since she filed. So 2022, I guess, is when she was publicly named Janel Grant, obviously. And Thursday was the first time she's spoken publicly since the lawsuit was made, or the NDA and the lawsuit was made public.
Which one came out first, his video or her?
Whose video?
Vince's the video.
The Vince video came out first. She hadn't been.
So she had to do something to counter that.
I'm sorry, let me correct that. The first upload of that video came out first. Then she got outed. Then we got to re-upload it and it stayed up. So anyway, Thursday was the first time she has spoken publicly, and we're just going to share a portion of it. The media, the internet wrestling community, everyone, it's completely divided.
Hold on, before we go there, let them watch it. And then we'll we'll circle back.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
I was writing this on the way in the car. Wow, I'm a little taken aback. I really shouldn't be here. By a series of miracles that I can't account for, I'm alive today. Whew. On June 15th of 2022, my life was rewritten into someone else's storyline. And I was globally outed in the Wall Street Journal. I got a call that I didn't expect on the day of a very big meeting of a new job I had. And it was in front of my new bosses, and it was in front of a high-rise full of residents whose homes I was entrusted to protect. So imagine me getting a phone call I didn't expect saying that at any minute, the Wall Street Journal would be publishing a story about me, Vince McMahon, and a non-disclosure agreement. I was told, if anybody asks me about this, I can't make a comment, I can't acknowledge it, I can't say I'm not okay, and if anybody approaches me, I can't acknowledge years of life to people who saw me live it. And it was like somebody set fire to my home intentionally with me still inside of it. So I I blacked out and I ended up in a closet with a belt and a stool placed under a metal rod. And thank God somebody saw me and stopped it. But that is the life wreck and the mental health impact of this particular NDA. Oh my God, I wrote "Stick with me, I'm going somewhere with this."
It's 15 minutes. We can't obviously show all of it. But before I go into my thoughts?
Can I?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak for it, bro.
You have 4 years, and that's the best you can do.
4 years, and you wrote it in the car on the way.
Yes, the 4 years. That's the best you can do. And then to come out and say, "I don't know if I should really be here."
So hold on. To be fair, she's insinuating that through all of this, she should have died.
Yeah,
No.
she was going to
I thought she meant she shouldn't be there to even be talking.
No,
Like
she's saying that she's lucky to be alive.
Okay.
So clearly, you've done more research than anybody on this, and this whole thing is part of the reason why me and Gerard know each other. What again? If you just watch that in the context of you're just seeing that for the first time, oh my God, what a survivor! Oh my God, everything she's come through, all this other stuff. But knowing what we know and everything we've put out as far as content on this channel and being fans of the business that we are and
what's out there in the media.
What's really out there in the media. I look at that and I said, you had 4 years to bring your best. You had 4 years to prepare. You knew that eventually you're going to have to speak in front of these people, and that does not, in my opinion, scream the identity of someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. It screams somebody who's looking for fucking victimhood. And I noticed that she's almost in tears in 1 second and then laughing her ass off. See, I wrote right there, I'm going to make a point out of this. And it's like, part of this.
Dan, you'll understand this. Your first 2 minutes should have been having every ear in the place glued to you. You had 2 minutes, because in any speech, your first 2 minutes when you're going to be something for the first time,
okay, hold on.
You make sure everybody.
I'm getting to that, but again, part of my own fucking job is body language and noticing small details. That's what I have to do for a living. Why did you bring a laptop? If this is if this is the most important speech you're going to give in the last 4 years, why wasn't it prepared already? Why wasn't it on paper? Why wasn't it easily to access?
And why would you admit to the fact that you wrote it on the way there? Why would you admit it?
The only thought I can have, and call me a fucking like conspiracy theorist, call me a fucking asshole, but the only thought I have is, oh, so you want to look aloof. You want to look completely unable to understand what's going on. You want to look, for lack of a better term, like a ditz. And you don't come off like that to me. For someone who filed this, for the money you filed it for, this is not, again, we're not in court. We're not in a fucking criminal court right here. This is all civil court. And I want that clarification because people tend to forget that. This whole case, and mind you, and I'll make it clear, I despise Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I think he's a piece of shit.
Junior.
Whatever. Fuck him. Fuck all of them. His dad, from what I hear, wasn't that great either. Anyway, sorry. Beyond that. But you have me defending him because this is not about criminal indictment. This is about a woman who didn't get her first fucking or second payment on an NDA. She didn't get her fucking payment from Vince McMahon fast enough, so she took him to court. Let's not fucking cloud over that. This is about money. It's been about money. If this was about all the victims, the legitimate victims of Vince McMahon, which are real, there are victims of him, then I'd have some fucking sympathy. But for everyone to sit there and go off on this tangent that, oh my God, Vince is not a fucking victim. He's a piece of shit. But so is she. Let's just call it like it is. This is about fucking money.
I think we've said it before, and I'm going to say it like this. to go to the police and try and get it criminal, to try and get something criminal against them, if she would have gone that route first and the cops said, we're sorry, there's nothing we can do, I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But to go right after it civilly, it's like, wait a minute. You went after him civilly first. You didn't try to go after him. And as far as I know, the criminal part of this, for what they've started looking at him after, didn't come out till way after the lawsuit, the civil lawsuit was even filed. Which that puts the onus is all on her to try and come out and say and get to prove this, okay? Like I've said before, when you're the victim and you come out with it first,
it's like what you and I always say, court of public opinion. But hold on, before I even go into more detail, there's someone here who has absolutely done more research than you and I have ever done. Like they equate what we've done to what she's done. We've been sitting on the couch eating fucking Cheetos. She knows what the fuck is going on.
Let me ask you, Dan, before we get into the depth of it, let me ask you this. As a woman,
I'm not a woman.
No, I'm talking about her. As a woman, how does that make you feel to where you see a person who's supposedly a victim of it do a speech like that? Does it set women back? Or did she move the case?
Brother, it doesn't even have to go that fucking deep. We don't have to go, oh my God, she set women back 10 fucking years. No.
No. I'm just saying in this specific case, and her feelings from looking at it.
Well, if that's the argument, fucking Amber Heard did that for women fucking when she had that case of Johnny Depp.
We're looking at it as the men's point of view. I'm making sure from the woman point of view that how is she looking at it? She's looking at it of saying it was not a good sight for the woman that she is. I'm not saying like it could not affect any other woman in the world. That's all I'm asking is when she gives this, can she say with her opinion, say it wasn't a good look for her as a woman? That's what I'm asking.
I'll leave it to you. You tell us what you think.
So what I'll say is if she is actually the victim she proclaims to be, it was horrible for her.
Well, yeah, agreed.
That speech, you wouldn't know that they're going into arbitration in June. That sounded like the case was over. She got her money, and this is like her summary wrap up of the situation. I'm sure she was nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be nervous? You know, she knows this is going to be seen worldwide, but it wasn't, the tone was not that of, you're finally letting me tell my story. Thank you for the support. What happened to me? It wasn't, to me, it didn't sound like someone. It should have sounded more. I'm going to mute you.
Do you think she got a settlement without being able to disclose the settlement?
Well, no, and that's one of the things that she said in the statement was that she couldn't talk about it, and the FBI had to look into it, and then they had to tell her that she could cooperate, that she wasn't violating the NDA. Now, when this came about and her name got put out there, the story was a friend of hers or coworker anonymously emailed the WWE board of directors and said this woman was a victim of Vince and had a sign, and like she was outed by a third party. She's acting in this statement like she didn't know anything was coming, had no idea that she was going to be outed, which to me is contradictory to things that were brought up in the past where she was, this helped one person, then she was happy to be, to carry that flag. I don't know. She does not come off as a sympathetic character to me in that. And what's really blowing my mind is, so now the IWC, who for months, honestly, because WWE is performing so poorly and booking is horrendous, have been screaming for Vince to come back. Now see this statement and the way she's carried herself, and in their minds already declared that it's not a victim, that she's a gold digger, she's out for money, and that Vince is the true victim. And this is fueling this discussion of, oh my God, Vince needs to come back. He was run out of his company because of this woman and her allegations. Bring him back. Two things can be true. She can be lying about this relationship that was allegedly consensual and then abusive. And he can also be a piece of shit for everything else he's ever done. So everybody's saying we owe Vince an apology. He's bring him back. It's horrible what happened to him, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to share one thing so that just to make a point. So somebody said you all owe him an apology.
I would put it like this.
Wait, he watched a guy fall from the roof and had the show continue before his lifeless body made it onto the ambulance and out of the building. Vince apologists are scum. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I can put it like this, and you'll understand. Vince McMahon being head of creative, I think at the time this whole thing came out and he lost his creative control, I had no problem with it. To this day, I got no problem with it. But when you look at it as a fan, as the business aspect, I only wish he was still running the business part of it.
And we've talked about that. And then again, which we'll get into that part of it too. Like one of the things that's come out that fucking TKO has decided that you can't have watch parties.
Yep.
In Detroit or wherever, or fucking Chicago.
No, no. In Las Vegas, within 50 miles of WrestleMania. You can't have all the bars and hotels and WrestleMania.
No, they're doing it in Chicago as well. You cannot have a fucking watch party because you're stealing from their fucking revenue.
But if the building, my thing is, if the building sold out,
no.
How many more? You can't put anybody else in the building.
And it's not sold out. No one's buying tickets. Nobody wants to go because it's trash. And I find it hilarious that this week they announced a partnership with Dude Wipes.
With who?
So, Dude Wipes.
They're paper. They're wipes for your ass.
So the fact that this product is complete shit and they now have a partnership with a toilet paper company, I think is very appropriate.
But it's funny to where I don't know if she's trying to steal the spotlight though, because of the other piece of the information that came out about Vince. I actually laughed when I saw the video, and the only thing I thought was that's an everyday occurrence up where I live.
Are you fucking kidding me? You saying that you're riding around at 115 miles an hour?
No, I said that's an everyday occurrence up here. People, listen, up here in the Northeast corridor. I've been on that Merritt Parkway before. It's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, and you get why it's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. And Vince has always been known as a pedal to the metal.
Okay, so don't apologize for him being.
No, I'm saying. I just think, wait a minute, that looks like a normal everyday occurrence up here. He just happened to get into an accident. But you always get idiots who like to fly in and out of traffic, bob and weave. And that's the person I'm always looking at. I hope he crashes on the side of the road.
No, I haven't seen it. Show it.
I understand that, but that's why I was very confused. Right? Because it wasn't like you were running; it was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right, and then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my phone.
The person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
All right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything.
I don't think
Do you need an ambulance?
No, it's not.
All right. Just your registration. Is your license in here?
No, it's in my pocket.
All right.
I haven't driven this car quite some time.
It's fast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, too fast.
Well, I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit for admitting the fact he fucked up. I'll give him credit for at least that.
It's not he just fucked up. He fucking put people's lives in danger because he's a fucking moron. I'm sorry. You can look.
But I'm just saying, at least he admitted the fact. He didn't try and deny he did anything. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
I haven't driven a car.
Right, it's on video.
I haven't driven this car in so long. Blah blah blah. It's like, I was driving too freaking fast. Okay.
Our car's too fast. Fucking dipshit.
Wait a minute, but I'm saying is how many times did my gas pedal stuck or something like that? No, at least he said I was driving too fast. I haven't driven. Hey, the new name is Mumbles Nolan over here.
So he's a fucking doofus, bro. Like, look, I get it. Like, this is what kills me about this fucking Janel shit is I don't want to defend him. I don't want to fucking defend Vince. I want him to fucking get outed for all the stupid shit he's done to people, all the people he's fucking hurt. But I can't sit there. It goes back to what we've talked about and what the thing that made me and you friends, Gerard. Where's the smoking gun? You have shit that she's saying, but nothing. There's nothing there.
Well, she's also trying to say that there's other people that still work for the company who are intimidated to say anything. So she teased that in this press conference that there's people she cares about who were too scared to say anything about what they saw or experienced while he was there.
Really? Because Vince is no longer in power, and there's nobody there who could fucking do shit to him, right?
Right.
Well, and that's the other case of are those other people that she claims are still there keeping their job for the money because they look at her as like, well, she ain't getting paid a dime right now.
Right.
She ain't getting paid nothing.
And they showed, like they put on, I'll show this too. All the things that she received while she was in a relationship or being a victim, however you want to look at it. Oops, that's not that.
My question is, when she did the press conference, why didn't she bring the boyfriend with her?
The ex-fiance?
Yeah. Should have bring him with her.
No.
Why haven't we heard from this guy?
I'm sure he's running. Look, in my opinion, she's not all there. I'm sure that guy's long gone. So in 2019, she had medical care and cosmetic services, Belmont Stakes Clubhouse tickets, premium WrestleMania VIP tickets with private transport, $2,000 in gift cards and Godiva chocolates. 2020, she got $20,000 towards surgery, pearl and diamond lariat necklaces, cashmere cardigans, Burberry scarf and fur hat, gray cashmere shawl, sunglasses, flowers every other week. 2021, she got a BMW, a 2022 BMW, $5,000 spa gift certificate, 2 private chef catered dinners, gold and diamond paperclip necklaces, $15,000 in Bloomingdale gift cards.
Flowers every other week?
Flowers every other week, Saudi teas and food display. Now, that $15,000 in Bloomingdale gift cards, anyone who is familiar with her story will remember that allegedly was given to her after the incident in John Laurinaitis' office. Allegedly.
My question is, sorry to people, I may sound insensitive here, but if she got plastic surgery, that plastic surgeon should be fired. Dan, you got no voice. You're mute.
I hear you.
Something just don't fucking add her up. That dog don't hunt. Like, she fucking sat there and got catered to and all this stuff. And if I'm really just speculating, that's what we do here. We're not fucking reporters. We don't claim to be reporters, and we'll get into that shit in a minute. But I think she got accustomed to a certain kind of lifestyle, and then when his wife found out, she was like, we're gonna have to ease it up a little bit, Mama. We're gonna have to chill with this. And she wasn't gonna have any of that, and it turned into something else. I don't.
Well, and there, to your point, that's when the NDA came about. Because Linda did find out, and and that's when he told her to sign. He's like, "Look, my wife knows I'm going to lose my apartment. I'm going to lose this. You need to sign this. Blah blah blah." And that's when all this pressure came to signing the NDA.
That list right there goes back to the saying of how much does this honestly look like the hooker who's going after and getting the cops to make the John pay. Right. When I see this right here, she the high class call girl who the client walked out the door and didn't pay. Now she's suing to make the client pay. That's what this comes across as. Sorry, that's what it comes across as. The only problem is I'm looking for the high class part of it. And,
Now you're just taking cheap shots. You're just taking fucking cheap shots.
Well, no, because I'll tell you this right
He
now.
was hotter, it'd be okay.
I'm just trying.
So what? If she looked like fucking Stormy Daniels, you'd be okay with it?
No, I didn't believe Stormy Daniels. And she wasn't no looker either.
Hold on. If she would have looked like Leader or Trish Stratus or
Now, Trish Stratus is a different story. But
Oh, I'm sorry, and I forgot the other thing she mentioned in her statement was that what happened to her was used as a storyline in Monday Night Raw. And so the storyline that everybody's looking at is, I guess, when Dom had pictures of Liv Morgan and was like sharing it with the rest of the whatever. She's saying that they did that about her because he shared pictures of her with the crew. So that was also in that statement. And again, that was way into the like 10 minutes, 11 minutes in. And
why was it
there may have been a different tone, but when she opened that first opening shot across the bow, this is the first time you're hearing me in my own words, did not put her in a sympathetic light. If she truly, if what she says happened, this was not good. Good look for her.
So let me also, because we were talking about it earlier, I want to talk about some reporting that's just gotten ridiculous. You brought some shit about what Brandon Thurston, right?
Yeah, there's some, and the problem is the IWC is very upset, and they're upset with Brandon Thurston about his reporting because they believe Janelle Grant is being a gold digger and not a victim, and a lot of people agree with that statement. But on that they're also saying that he's basically crucifying Vince. So you can he has taken umbrage. Let me hang on a second so I don't misquote.
Well, you take umbrage to that. I will say this.
Brandon Thurston, your coverage in the Janelle Grant lawsuit has been one-sided hysteria. You had a chance to press Grant's attorney and you didn't. This has been a Democrat-backed feminist witch hunt from the beginning. Janelle Grant is disgusting, and I hope she goes to jail for her false claims against Vince. There's not a lot of logic being applied to the situation. They're all heated and mad that this woman's doing this, but at the same time, they're whitewashing Vince's character.
Who is Brandon Thurston's friends with?
Oh, your buddy.
The guy from the Panhandle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Put two and two together.
So this is what blows my mind. It's crazy though, because you've had dealings with Brandon, and you told him explicitly, leave it alone. Do not get involved. I am on a friendly basis with a particular family. And what did he do?
He wanted to go behind me and get a hold of him still.
Yeah. You told him that if they wanted to talk to him, you would let him know because they trusted you. And he tried to fuck, and we've never talked about that live, but he tried to fuck a trust that you had with a family of your mentor. On the counter of that, this man calls himself a fucking reporter. He's a dirt sheet digger. He's no better than David fucking Meltzler, your buddy, and the other dickhead which one did that Bixen dickface. Now,
it's funny how they all have to be wrapped around this one guy though too.
Oh, the fucking panhandle douchebag? Yeah, him. But I will also say that there are some innocent people that get caught in the fucking crossfire, like a John Pollock, man. John Pollock, excellent fucking reporter, always talks speculation and talks opinion. Never once have I seen John Pollock pull some shit like that. And it makes me, because I've talked to fucking Thurston. I told him, look, this is the info. I came to him hat in hand saying, hey, look, brother, this is what's going on. This is the information we got. We've talked to fucking Gerard. We've done this. He's the guy who was there. This is not speculatory. He was there in hand. He was there. And what did he do? What did he do after that conversation? You can tell him, right?
He doctored the footage. Totally doctored the footage. And gave it credit to somebody else. That's it. Doctored footage gave credit to somebody else,
Well, no, and then even he and I and Trips had a conversation privately, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And what did he do? He tries to act like he's your best fucking buddy. He's there for one fucking reason. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, and that post wrestling, John. The problem with some of these guys, everybody wants to get the story first without actually doing the work to get the story. Okay. In all fairness to you guys and another guy and the third clown, I had 2 out of 3 reporters who I actually dealt with actually took me at my word. The other guy just wanted to try and slam me, open it up. You know, he wasn't having a very good day. And then the last person I talked to tried to spin it for his own gain, not realizing, oh, you want to spin it for your own gain. But why didn't I show everybody what really was talked about? He didn't like that too much.
Well, the funny thing is, we saw you because of Monty, right? And shout out, we always get along with Monty over here, right? And that was your first fucking interview ever with anybody as far as this stuff, right?
Correct.
So Monty got you, and you were vulnerable, didn't know, you never been on a fucking camera like this. I mean, you've been on TV, but you've never been in that type of situation in the hot seat. Okay. We had time to really think about questions to ask you. You came into that conversation before we became friends as I really thought you were a victim. I thought you were this, I thought you were that. And I didn't hold back. We've talked about that. I asked you the questions that you needed to get asked. And it wasn't about fucking, we had done a documentary, right? We did a fucking documentary. We wanted the fucking truth, right?
Yeah, I'll give you a good one. And you know what? Let's go right back to Janel. I had from the time I met you, time it happened, what was it, 32 years? Because it's been 2 years now. Mm-hmm. I had 32 years. I came across probably better in 5 minutes than she came across.
No, and I'll agree with that. And that's one of the things I was going to get to. When you were on Monty with Monty and the Pharaoh, go check them out if y'all haven't. Monty and the Pharaoh, you were having a conversation, but you understood the severity of the situation. You understood that you were literally one man fighting for your fucking mentor's fucking good name. And you answered.
And all credit to these two guys, because it was the first time they've ever been in opposition to somebody's story. They let the story come out that way too. They didn't fight the opposite view because they said, hey, wait a minute. All we've ever heard is the one side. Now we actually have a second side, and it's not the same as the first.
And to clarify to anybody who doesn't know about that, the Mel Phillips case, the Ring Boy case, we sat there with Gerard going in thinking he was a victim. We, just like everybody else, because, first person to get to fucking print is always right. We thought Mel was a piece of shit just like everybody else. But I've sat here for 2 years now, fucking talking back and forth to you and doing the fucking business with you and having a fucking, good time being your fucking friend. And what have we found out? You never once changed your shit. You never had to fucking use copium for shit. You always it's always been the same fucking gig. And to be fair, remember, we were supposed to see video and photos, still photos of all this shit. And what do? We came out with the actual fucking footage. And everybody said, where did they get that? Oh my God, where did they get that?
It's online.
It was online. It was on YouTube, you fucking dumb shit. It was right there. In fact, Trips, what did you say? It was sad to watch Ted DiBiase eating a fucking sandwich. Oh my God.
It was very sad. I stand by it.
Wait, it was sad to watch somebody accused actually hugging his own kid.
Oh, no, yeah. The guy that was there that was hugging his daughter and around a bunch of fucking Boy Scouts and shit. But he's a monster. He did all this shit. And everybody was asking us, how'd they get that footage? How'd they get that footage? It was online, you fucking dumb shit. It was on YouTube, you jack off. But that's, again, we were showing facts and no one's ever fucking... We're not fucking reporters. Panhandle brother. Fucking Bix and Span. Meltzler. Thurston.
Like
we're not fucking reporters.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
We're two dopes and a fucking and a genius over here having conversations.
And you know what the problem is, Dan? The problem with today's world is the internet can make you and it can break you depending on how you do your story. But if you actually look into it, the videos, most videos will tell you the truth. You can tell when they've been cut.
I can't stand the fucking word journalist now. I hate that fucking word because you fucking dipshits don't know fuck all. You don't.
Listen, a journalist, you know what sad is? Journalists might be becoming less trustworthy than lawyers. And we all know.
But the fucked up thing is this, like Leland here. Leland will say, You didn't even know what a fucking podcast was. Fucking John. Love John to death. John is probably the most colorful son of a bitch that's in our chat. Believe it or not, I've had a long text with John. John's amazing motherfucker.
And he'll let you know it.
But the fact is, Gerard came on not knowing shit because all he had was the truth in his balls in the other hand and took a fucking chance. When they asked him, when we asked you, why did you not come forward sooner? It wasn't a bunch of excuses. You said, to your fucking credit, because he told me not to.
No,
because
he asked me not to until he passed away. That's it. And if I had known he had passed away sooner, that's all it would have been done. And I would have loved to have this conversation. I would have loved to have the conversation with Tom Cole in person, on the web. You know, it wouldn't have mattered to me.
But but that's the thing. That's what I find hilarious. Just because we're not fucking post wrestling, just because we're not fucking Meltzler, because we're not this, that, we don't have the platform that they do, we're gonna fucking be shunned to the corner. Just like with this fucking the Grant shit. Like, you know, it's always gonna be somebody else who has a bigger fucking thumb. That's just what it is, and it's bullshit because we presented the facts. We're not trying to gain anything from anybody. I don't gain a fucking dime from this shit. It's not like I'm fucking out here, you know, hustling people for fucking money. We're out here telling the fucking story of a man who was actually fucking there. Now, let's go back to the Janel shit, right? Everything that we've showed and we've done videos and WWE has fucking hit us with fucking strikes over and over again. But we take it, and I'm still defending the motherfucker in this case because it's the right thing to do. Is he a piece of shit? Yes. But do I think in my heart, in my conscience, that this is a fucking money grab? 100%. And there's nothing up to this point has changed my mind. Now, can it change my mind? Absolutely. And I've established that there is a possibility that could happen. You changed my mind. You made me believe that this guy for years who we thought was a piece of shit was actually the victim. You made me believe that, which led me to speculate that it's Vince's fucking fault because he let Mel take the fucking heat. But yet I still have to call what's right is right.
I remember, I've never said Vince was perfect when it comes to that, because I'll tell you this right now. Has it been a lot of times in that guy's career that a lot of people probably took the heat for something he did? Yeah. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. But you know what those people were? They were loyal to him because probably one way or another, they were still going to collect a check. And that's why they were loyal to him.
And to you, me, that's different. My good name means more than a fucking dollar bill. I'm sorry.
Hey, I've said it right here. It would have been very easy for me to jump on the money train.
Yeah.
Everybody knew who the hell I was, and everybody still knows who the hell I am. But you know what? There's a certain thing that was taught to me some, 39 years ago. Your word is your bond in life. Tony Montoya said it.
Montoya? Really?
Tony Montana. I got two words. I have two things. My word and I my balls. And I don't break them for anybody. That's it. The internet community does not know much about integrity. It doesn't. But if you lose it,
hold on that thought. Before you jump in and clarify with this man, as a Latin man, that was fucking horrible. All right, his name first off is Tony Montana.
That's what I said, Montana.
Hold on, and it is all I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for nobody. And see, you can never say that again.
Hey, sorry.
You're not allowed to quote Tony Montana ever again.
What I'm just saying is the fact of it would have been very easy to do the other way.
Of course.
Very easy. But when I live in a world where integrity means something still, lot of
talking about integrity.
Integrity. It's like, put it this way, the old Allen Iverson, we talk about practice. We talk about practice. But if you can't keep your word on stuff, if you can't shake a man's hand and keep your word, what are you? Think what are you?
You're a Bixens fan.
Yeah, a Meltzer, maybe a Brandon. We definitely know you're a Lee. But, but besides that, we had other things that happened this week too.
Before we get to that, would you like to wrap it up on this particular subject?
No, the only thing I was thinking is talking about the fans having a hard time. And I think, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it. This business is supported by fans, kids, men who grew up as kids watching. Vince is responsible, just like in your life. Vince is responsible for bringing entertainment that was not otherwise available, has been successful, has built good memories, has built a lot of positivity, right? So the man behind the curtain may be a monster, but he is responsible for bringing happiness and entertainment and all sorts of things to the fans. So I can understand from a certain perspective that they want to see him. No, I'm not going where you think I'm going. They want to see him exonerated because you don't want to believe that the thing you love is tainted by something awful. And so while she is appearing to be less and less of a victim as time passes and her own words come out, you still have to acknowledge he may not have done this, but there's a whole lot of other stuff that he did.
Yeah.
And it's hard to accept. I mean, look at the other things that were released this week. There's names of people in places that you have to go back and go, oh my God, this person's a piece of shit too. Like there's a lot of stuff that's being revealed that is hard to process and hard to accept because they are attached to things that you love and enjoy. And so while I can understand the desire to have him exonerated and put not necessarily in a white hat, but put in a more positive light, you have to remember this is not the only thing that has followed him over the duration of his career.
What I'm going to say to all this is this, okay? For all the fans who want him exonerated, okay? When Vince was in control of creative, what's the one thing you never heard about? You never heard about the money to go to a show. Now, he's not in creative, but all you hear about is the financial cost to go to a show.
And I get that, but here, fuck that. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Because I was thinking about this just now. You're bitching about, and I'm not saying you, but the universal bitching. The universal bitch. She's a cunt. You're bitching that Vince is gone. Who fucking did that to Vince? He did it.
Did it?
Yeah. How many bullets has he dodged to a point that now he's here? He did this to himself. Hold on.
Listen, that gun's been reloaded multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll say that.
So, but the fact is, we know that even if this jack off were to come back, he would fuck up the product again. If you were to go to the entertainment side, right? He couldn't let go. He can't just stay his stupid old ass in the fucking business part of it. He has to have his fingers in everything. I know that because I have a fucking general manager, owner who fucking who's the general manager of my Dallas Cowboys who does the same shit. They're cut from the same fucking cloth. They're both sacks of shit, and I'm sorry, the world would be better off when they're gone. Just it is what it is.
And so think about it like this, and you'll understand it just because you come from Jerry world. If the Dallas Cowboys, okay, were crapping on the field, but he was getting the best players, but they just couldn't win, nobody would complain because, hey, he's spending the money. My ticket prices haven't gone up, and even though he's spending the money, the team sucks. Well, that's the same feeling fans had. Well, Vince.
No, was it? No, because he had all the greatest fucking. He had his choice and plucked.
I'm saying is Vince had the people, didn't know how to use them, but the fans could afford to go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying is Jerry will get the players. He'll spend the money. Doesn't mean it's the right money for the right players, but he'll spend the money. Vince did the same thing. The creative part of it, he lost touch with creative.
So it's the exact equivalent of what I just said. Vince does not need to be the fucking general manager for fucking wrestling. He doesn't need to fucking do shit. He needs to sit there, sit on his happy fucking ass, and spend his fucking money and shut the fuck up.
So the product was equally shit then and now, but people can't afford to pay to see the shit now.
This building seats 18,000. I want 1, 2, 3 sections affordable for families. Well, Vince, what if those are the first ones that sell out? I don't give a shit. I made it affordable. I put 3 sections in there for those families who get it. And you know what? You know how you keep it like that? Those 3 sections, put them on sale the last 2 weeks of the show. That way, those people who want that, who can put them up there then. But at least now it might only.
It doesn't fucking matter though. Like, look, they're gonna make their fucking money. You know what? You know what changes that? You want to really know what changes that? Stop buying tickets. Stop going.
Yeah. Hey,
that's what it comes down to. Ultimately, we decide.
In 10 months from now, we're gonna have that problem with Major League Baseball. We're gonna have it.
Oh Jesus.
No, we're gonna have that problem there, to where the fans can either tell Major League Baseball to go pound sand, stop increasing tickets, have a salary cap, have a salary floor. It's going to be the same thing in wrestling, to where you have one company doesn't have the best of product, but they're trying to keep it affordable for the family, to where their sales might actually go up just because the other company is overpricing you so much. You would rather go to the AAA or the AA and give them the chance than go to the major leagues.
You can sit and talk all the shit you want. AEW is whooping their ass.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
sorry.
I'm sorry. As far as fucking like the way it works, AEW's storylines have gotten better. The attendance is getting better every fucking week. People want to go see this shit because they know.
Do they want to go see it because they want to see it, or are they saying, "Hey, it's more affordable for me to go there than it is to go"? Because think about it. How many hours?
No, I think there's something to be said about that. I think there's something to be said about what you're just saying. But I'm also saying is, at least fucking the other con is saying, "Hey, I give a shit about you."
You know what he's saying? Wait a minute. I have a affordability window here that if I take advantage of my storylines, I can make them better because I got more people coming into my building.
Well, no, not only that, but I'll sit here and I'll tell you this, and Jacoby would tell you the same thing if he was here. When you go there, he's there. He comes out and he says, when that commercial break, "Hey, you guys, I really want to thank y'all for being here. You know, I know that people, you could fucking sit there and talk all the shit you want, but the motherfucker comes out, crazy fucking hair and all, and says,
I know, I've been there.
You guys, I want to thank," and it's every fucking show, Gerard.
You know who he reminds me of from back in the day is Gene Okerlund. Because Gene would come out every show and he'd pump up the crowd and stuff like that.
You know what? The difference between that is Okerlund was a fucking ring announcer in an interview. You know who's not an interviewer? Fucking Tony Khan. He owns the fucking company. And he comes out and says, "Hey, you guys, so thinking, tell you it's really good. Did y'all be here? We're having a good time. There's always love being in Garland, Texas. We're just going down.
I got a line waiting for me. I'll be right back."
He sounds like that fucking governor that was, "Yah!" So he's out there like, we're going to
Howard Kane?
Yeah, he was like, "We're going to Dallas, and then we're going to Fort Worth, and then we're going to Arkansas, and then we're going to Oklahoma, and we're
It costed the president because people thought he was nuts. But
would you like to know where sales are presently for WrestleMania?
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
As of late February, WrestleMania ticket sales are at 72,062 for both nights. So that's combined.
That's 36,000 a night.
For some perspective, WrestleMania 2025 was 113,412 tickets sold for a $66 million gate. In 2024, they had 145,000 fans over 2 days, setting a previous gate record. So due to the high get-in prices, so tickets are ranging between $264 to $276 for average seats. They're still projecting a high gate because the prices are high, even though they're selling less tickets. So 72,000 or 30,000 off from where they were last year so far.
What I'm listening to from
thanks,
a lot of
Leland.
fans, What I'm hearing from a lot of fans, and this is because WrestleMania, I've already been to Vegas.
No, what I mean, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing Gerard Millette bitching and moaning, saying that AEW can't fit a 5,000 thing arena, and WWE is doing the same fucking shit. Can't.
Oh no, I've had that discussion with him. I've had it, and I've already said to him.
I'm hearing Gerard bitching. AEW can't fill the fucking arena. WWE always sells out.
When ticket prices are what they are, I shouldn't have to go work 40 hours a week to buy tickets to take my family to a wrestling show.
I'm just saying. Gerard was like, everything he bitched about the AEW thing, they go on too long. They don't have enough hot dogs. No roller dogs. There's no roller dogs out there for us fucking gooners and shit.
Tell you, it's a good thing. It's a good thing Monday Night Raw isn't anywhere on the East Coast tomorrow.
I'll see how he changed the subject to the weather. Oh no, AEW is just too long. Oh, they don't have any hot dogs.
You ain't never had a hot dog.
They burnt my shake. Oh, everything. You bitch about everything about AEW now. Now it's like, well, they can't. They WWE can't fill the fucking 17,000 arena. Oh, that's right, Spartan. You tell them.
Hot dogs.
Roller dogs, motherfucker.
No, you come on. You know what I mean, you schmuck.
Roller dogs. Say it with me, Gerard.
Chili dog.
Say it with me. Roller dogs.
Chili dog.
So part of the low sales they're attributing to the fact that the fans are sick of the Cody story and the Cody face run. Do you agree? Disagree?
See, that's how you. So hold on. See what she just did there? See, that's how you change the subject, fucker. Not. You don't go from tickets to so the weather over there is really fucking them over. No, you fucking you transition slowly. You take your time. You don't talk about the Miz arguing with a cardboard cut it. You talk about just slowly but surely moving the chains. You, on the other hand, fucking.
I should get a cardboard cutout and just put it here.
That's my bodyguard, Spartan. That's my bodyguard back there. I'm a wanted man right now, so
it's actually Jacob in his new job.
Yeah. That's Jacoby over there. I'm sorry, I'll move this. You don't see Jacoby.
But so Friday night, I just got to tell you, somebody tried to use an excuse of another referee mess up in the women's triple threat match. And I will say this, it wasn't the ref. Kiana James did not get that shoulder up.
I don't give up.
Can we mark this date and time? This is the first time that Gerard's backing a referee, but it's not him.
It wasn't. No, because I think what happened was she got the Spanish fly off the top. It legitimately knocked her out. And because Charlotte went for the pin so quick, this girl was cuckoo. She had got knocked loopy, and she just forgot to get. She just couldn't get a shoulder up,
which has become an ongoing issue.
Oh yeah, you can't do a Spanish fly into a pin. Charlotte should have known that. She should have gave her a couple more seconds just to make sure she was conscious to where she could kick out. But yeah, and I remind you, the shoulder that he said she got up was on his blind side. But I'm just saying, as a fact of when you do something like that.
What you're saying is that you're a referee and you think you know everything.
No, what I'm saying is that the fact of the
look, what I'm saying is Aubrey Edwards. Maybe she couldn't see it because she wasn't flexible enough to turn over.
I'm saying the referee. People complain about the referee.
I'm saying the referee didn't sit. Maybe he didn't stretch well enough before the match.
But it wasn't his fault, is what I'm saying.
How about it? Referee didn't stretch enough to get over there and see it. How about it?
And then the conversation Sammy and Cody had, where Cody actually finally told Sammy to, you ain't never been the world champion because you don't do this, because you don't. See?
How about it, Gerard? How about it?
Wait a minute. But we did have a debut of a new female one on SmackDown, too.
Female one?
A new female referee.
I noticed how he's the only one who noticed that. He was like, oh, my God, we have a new female referee.
Blonde chick.
Blonde chick.
Very true. Hey,
that's what I'm talking about, Reaper. Roller dogs.
What the hell's a roller dog? I know what roller derby is. What's a roller dog?
You need to explain this to him, or do you want me to?
I'll get a picture. Let me just get a picture.
Fucking, you don't know what a roller dog is? How old are you?
I never had one. I don't know what they
Yeah,
are.
I'm sure you have.
No.
Fucking, you've never had a gas station hot dog?
No. Not at all.
Uppity ass motherfucker. There you go.
That's an instant colonoscopy. No, thank you.
Call what? Call what? A colonoscopy.
Instant colonoscopy, and I'm not down for that.
Colonoscopy? A colonoscopy?
Oh my god, I am not down for that. I have to eat the hot dog and hit the nearest another gas station just to go to the
You're not down with the sickness? What's wrong with you?
No. That's why I don't eat Mexican food.
Wow.
Way to fucking stereotype. Wow.
Well, no. I like the taste of it. I just have to, like, if I'm eating it, I gotta be close to home.
Aren't you married to a Latina?
Yeah. Like I said, if I'm
That, my friend, is a roller dog.
no. Never had one.
Shout out to the Gooners, fucking roller dogs all year round, motherfucker. That's what we do.
No,
Burnt my shake.
where I grew up, we actually had a hot dog shack where you'd go in, they take them right out of the cooker.
Take them right out of the
dog
pigs.
water.
Right out of the steamer. Yep, right out of the
The
steamer.
dog water?
No, out of the steamer.
Oh no.
And so, you get the all around, you get the bloodhounds, you could get a golden retriever. One of them, the golden retriever with mustard, the bloodhound with ketchup, the all around was ketchup and mustard and stuff
My mind went to a different place.
I thought you were just talking about fucking Cleveland steamers and hot Carls and shit. The fuck?
But no,
Exactly, Spartan. You tell them fucking they get all the coverage on the dog. They get it every little bit.
But I've never had it. I have to see the dog come from a steamer.
So you want it directly from pig's ass to plate? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oink oink, motherfucker.
No, I never went to the gas station for food after a show.
Well, but you'll bitch about the fact that they don't have enough time for. There's 9 o'clock at night. Why don't they have any more nachos? I can't get no more $10 beer. You and fucking Jacob, all y'all did was bitch about that.
$10 beer. Where's that?
I want to get a hot dog. It's already 10 o'clock. I'm time to go out there.
Lee will tell you, I don't drink the $10 beers. He'll tell you. I won't get one in the ballpark.
He smuggles that shit in.
If I can, I can. If I can, I will. But yeah, Fenway Park is like $16 a beer. Thank you.
But you want to bitch about Jerry World.
I'm just saying. I was like, an arm, a leg, and a hip just to get in there and buy some stuff.
You know where there's an arm, a leg, and a hip too? WWE shows.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're pricing the fans right out, and
that's your company, though, right? That's what you support every day. You're like, oh my god, WWE is the greatest show of all. I don't know, Vince McMahon, amazing. Oh my god.
Last Monday was already the first Raw I watched from bell to bell.
You notice that it's getting worse. You know that it's getting so much worse. He just said Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
He said Raw. He said Monday Night Raw. He added an R to Raw. Raw. Monday Night Raw.
It was probably the first one I watched bell to bell in a long time.
Why? Because it's shit now?
Because of work.
Oh.
So I like the nights I don't get home till after the show starts and stuff like that. And I was like, I can just read. Why watch it? I can just read what happens in 10 minutes.
They would never give that to me, John. I am too boisterous about my opinions about shit. Not only with the fucking E, but if I were to say something about AEW and that fucking little person, that child they let wrestle over there, what's his name? Darby Allin. Darby Allin.
Oh, that little person.
That little fella.
Little feller.
He should not talk like that. He's just a boy. What the fuck is Gerard doing?
Reading the things because for some reason or other it stopped going down. So I got to
roll it down. Roll it fucking down. Just go bloop, bloop. Just to do.
I got to read them all. Hey, listen.
Oh.
What?
Eric Bischoff has called Dave Meltzer a pathological fraud. Quote, he makes shit up in his own mind and believes it to be true. That's where the pathological.
The old George Costanza. It's not a lie if you believe it.
That's right.
I would love to. No. To be honest with you, John, if I could actually have a press pass and go back there and fucking roll and just say, look, this is not fucking. We're not reporters. We're not journalists.
Is there anything as a legitimate press pass for professional wrestling? I thought they were just all fake press anyway.
I don't know.
I do not have a college degree, but no, I give my opinion, and I'm knowledgeable on the fucking business. That's about it. But I don't fucking sit there and pretend like I'm something I'm not. I don't go out there and say that I'm the fucking end all be all. I don't create a fucking point system that I stole from Jim Cornette. I don't go out there and think I'm a fucking big shot when I'm a fucking douchebag. I don't fucking handle people's lives and put them in my hands and try to ruin them for everything else because I wasn't cool enough to hang out with the cool kids back in the day. I don't do that. I tell you the fucking truth as I see it. I give you my fucking opinion, and if you don't like it, you can eat a dick. That's just how I am. But it is what it is. They'll never fucking give me a press pass.
You might have burnt your bridge one too many times.
I don't give a fuck.
Won't be the first, and it won't.
I was gonna say, but on the other hand, unlike some other people, he doesn't lose one wink of sleep because he doesn't have one either.
No, I sleep like a fucking baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a teddy, like a big old grizzly bear. What do you mean they didn't like the tough questions? I never saw tough questions. They were all softballs.
Who gave you tough questions? What now?
He's
Talk
saying
about-
that they stopped the pay-per-view after pay-per-view press conferences because they didn't like the tough.
Oh, they made them fucking fake. They made up the questions. They had fucking plants.
No, but yeah, I mean, I won't say where I was gonna go with that, but
John, no, John, I do think positive. If I were given an opportunity to go back and get a press pass, go back and have a conversation with a wrestler, take notes, and come back and report to you and tell y'all this, and this, and this is his thoughts, this is my thoughts, and this is there's somewhere in the middle is what's really going down. Cool. I would love to do that. I would love to do that in the Texas area. If you know somebody, John, you keep me in mind.
I gotta go back to something real quick about somebody's 15-minute press conference that we were talking about. Last Sunday, I happened to be at an event where one of my United States congressmen was at the same event. He did his little speech and went to go leave the building. And I just happened to bump into him.
Of course you did.
In my 5 minutes, I got out more in my 5 minutes of talking to that U.S. congressman because I knew I only had one chance. Then that woman got out in 15 minutes. And and when I say stuff like that, is when I do stuff like that, because in everything you do and sometimes in life, when you know you might only have one shot, your first impression, first things that you got to say, you might not get the second chance. So no matter what press conference that person does after this, she is not going to come across any better.
No, she dug her fucking self a hole.
Unless Gloria Allred herself is conducting the press conference.
She would have been better set to come out and say, I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Well, she also said that she was brought in to assist with the internal investigation that WWE had. And she said she had to pay 6 figures worth of money to be involved in that investigation.
But she was brought in.
But no, I don't understand. Like, why would you have to pay to be part of an investigation into something that you're the victim of? Like, that doesn't make sense. So I'm sure she's setting the table for however much money she's going to want at the end of this, because she can say, I've incurred all these legal fees. I've incurred these fees to clear my name. I've incurred this and this and this.
Does she have a GoFundMe yet?
Not yet. That'll probably come after, but like her legal team should have prepped her. Like before you go on the stand, they prep you. And why she wasn't polished and ready to go, it's mind-boggling to me that was what they put out there as her first, appearance to the world.
I will say I'll give her credit for one thing. Her speech for what you just showed was better written than what's going on behind me right there next week.
How does he do that? He just fucking changes the subject. We're having a serious, but the elimination chamber, that's the thing. It's
That's
happening.
a real pile of horse shit. But
Because I'll tell you right now,
but he's
what I'm
not
watching,
wrong.
the way they're booking it right now,
Jesus Christ, Robert.
I can tell why WrestleMania tickets are down also, because I'll tell you right now,
They're down because no one can afford it.
I'm saying in this elimination chamber, you're supposed to be excited going into it.
Hold on. Time out. I just thought about this. Time the fuck up. Time to shut. Just. You know why prices are up? You want to know why prices are up?
Why?
Because Endeavor bought a company in the WWE. Okay. They merged that company with the UFC.
Oh, one of them is in $9 billion in debt or something like that.
Hold on. They bought these companies. They merged them together to create TKO Holdings. Okay. There was a time before this happened that wrestling was hitting mainstream again.
Mhm.
Roman Reigns was making people watch wrestling again. You can say what you want. You can say COVID, whatever. People were fucking starting to feel like it was mainstream again. You had John Cena acting. He was doing all kinds of fucking big things. And they believed, this is my, again, speculatory. Of course, I have to say that because, motherfuckers like to sue people around here. But speculation is, in my opinion, they were going to hit another boom. And I'm talking like the Attitude Era, fucking Stone Cold on Regis and Kathy Lee. We're going to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch just for John Cena. All this shit was going on. They thought they were making big fucking moves. And what happened? It never fucking happened. They thought that they were going to get to a point where they were going to be making money hand over fist. They were going to get tens and fucking ratings every day. Netflix was going to blow. All this stuff was supposed to happen, and it never fucking did. And they started losing money in the UFC because you're overpriced for that shit. You fucking try to get your money back on the fucking wrestling side of it. Yeah, all you've done is piss off fans there. I'm sorry. Your UFC fans, contrary to popular belief, are not usually the same fans you're going to have in a fucking wrestling program. Wrestling programs love storylines. UFC fans and MMA fans like a good fucking competition. Argue all you fucking want. It's the truth. Now, you're running a company. You want to make money. And they're making money hand over fist. Let's just call it what it is. WWE's not losing money. They just got that deal from Netflix. They're making money from Saudi fucking Arabia, but they're never going to be satisfied. They want more.
What you just said right there
was the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say.
No. Is the reason why they don't care about the U.S. audience anymore. They'll take the blood money over the fan money. Think about that. We don't have to sell one ticket. They're going to give us $300 million.
Yeah.
Why do we need to care about the fans?
You don't. Fuck them.
Yep. And that's the sad part. Why should I worry about the fans when I'm going to get paid and that they haven't? Now, where they could go with that is if they start losing this bidding war.
Okay, hold on. There's a difference now between when. So I think life rolls on a pendulum, and whenever you're up, at some point you got to be down.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when WWE was on a fucking way to losing everything, being closed down. It was sucking dick. But they had, and I can't believe I'm going to stick up for them again. They had a fucking crazy old bastard who has the fucking hair color like fucking Spike from the Gremlins, who looks like Uncle Paulie, who understood that this is his life, this is everything, and so he made choices to make the product different, and it saved his company.
No, wait, hold on. He struck lightning in a bottle.
He did
a series of events that just happened to click.
But he had to go with that series of events.
Yeah.
He had to green light it.
No, put it this way. If the click incident doesn't happen in New York, Austin doesn't win King of the Ring.
No, and I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. He had
a series of events that just happened to fall in perfect order.
What I'm saying. Thank you, Leland.
If those events don't fall in perfect order.
What I'm saying is it led up to him pulling the trigger. He never had to pull the trigger on Steve Austin, but he did. Look, if he had his way, fucking Shawn Michaels would have been fucking champion forever, and he would have finished the match and gone back there, give him a little, and they would have moved on. According to Bret Hart, according to Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, he went with the fucking bald-headed crazy motherfucker from Texas, and it saved his company.
You know what?
This time, you have a corporation. It's no longer. It's not a mom and pops anymore, Gerard. It's not a family-owned business. It is a corporation, and they don't give two fucks. They're going to build that thing up as much as they can, and if they can offload it on somebody else and make more money off it that way, they will.
And look at it like this, okay? In the past 6 months, the best interview line in the past 6 months, I'm your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. That's the best interview line in the last 6 months. Best promo line in the past 6 months is that quote.
You have a problem do you have a problem that that's a woman who said it too?
No, I'm just saying, think about it. Somebody who came back after being gone for 10 years, in one quote, did more than people on the roster now have done for at least 6 months. Now, mind you, the same person who 10 years ago cut a promo on all the women in WWE that none of them have ever matched since. So it was like, but I'm thinking is the art of the buildup with the promo in the ring work. You'll agree with me. It ain't what we grew up with.
Do I?
No, it's not what we grew up with anymore. It's not what we grew up with. It really isn't.
Okay. It hasn't been for a long time, Gerard. I'm glad you finally come to terms with that and realize that it hasn't.
In all aspects of pro wrestling, no. I think there's no company out there, no guy out there, nothing out there that makes you want to say, I can't miss anything they do.
Yeah,
I can't miss anything this person does.
Yeah, there's two of them I can tell you right now that I feel that way about but I don't get a chance to. They don't get a chance to be on that platform because they haven't gotten there yet, but they will one day. I think. I truly believe it.
Think about it like this: they already want to change one person's gimmick, who, not even on the main roster yet, want to change their gimmick.
Who?
So they want to change it. And like, why are you changing it? It works. She's already over. Why change her?
You just think that because you think she's hot.
No, but
I think they don't know when it works.
They want to change her gimmick.
They don't know it's working.
It's working.
What? Hold on, y'all forgot someone who's someone I love on this fucking channel. Who I think is amazing. There was a guy. His last name was Cross, and they tried to make him look like one of the fucking characters from from Road Warriors with Mel Gibson. They ruined his fucking shit. He was killing it. They tried to turn Keith Lee, who was a legitimate freak of nature, for how fast that man, how big that guy is, could move. They wanted to turn him into Bearcat Keith Lee. Rawr!
Right, because they don't know when something is working. That's the one thing they're consistent in. If the fans love it and it's over, they don't see it and they got to change it.
Well,
who did that? His old fucking buddy Vince McMahon did that.
Well,
shit.
you can say that a lot. Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, you still got Bruce Pritchard running around.
You and Michael Hayes. You can throw 100 things at the wall. Well, we agree. It's like I told you. You can put 20,000 people who want to be wrestlers in Madison Square Garden. 5 of them might be turned into wrestlers.
Hold on. Because they're making fucking big moves and they know what they're doing. You know what? Speaking of fucking which, let's go there. Let's go there. What the fuck? He's still waiting to be editor on Twitch so he can get rid of and change the names of shit because it still says like Fallout on my fucking Twitch account right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Fucking Cooper, I forget what the fuck I was doing over here.
We were gonna go somewhere. He said, "Let's go there," but I don't know where that was.
Fucking Toko ruined everything. He's trying to fuck up the podcast because he doesn't want anybody else talking to him about anything but dorks. What did you say last, Gerard?
We were talking about the way that things are today compared to what we grew up watching, to where it just doesn't. It's not the same.
It hasn't been though for years.
But you still get the same. 2 of the jabronis are still in charge.
I remember. Yeah, but you also have to fucking realize, going back to the thumbnail, it's almost taken an hour and 15 minutes. We'll go back to the thumbnail now because I've watched Uncut. Brian James, who took his leave of absence or leave of fucking WWE, right? You saw that? him and his old fucking mentalities. But if you watch that the uncut, he didn't look like a bad guy. He looked pissed off. He looked pissed off because someone like R-Truth didn't get a fucking fair shake. Which again, if you watched it, it wasn't that. They said that they were going to come to terms with R-Truth, and they were trying to give him a chance to fucking breathe. And he said, "Well, I guess they're not going to re-up my contract." R-Truth, he was trying to look out for his friend. He thinks that Chelsea Green is amazing. I didn't see anything that Brian James did wrong, other than he doesn't know how to book fucking creative, in my opinion.
I said, listen, okay. You'll agree with this. I hope you do.
I won't, but go ahead.
Being friends with the boss should not amount to the fact that you should think you're a great writer. I think Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard, it's past their time. They should go. Brian should go. Let a new set of ears and eyes get in there, look at the product, and you know what? A younger version. Now,
no, okay.
Let
me back that up for a second. I think you're right to some degree, but I also think that the only way you should be able to be a fucking writer in this business that we love so much is if you've actually been in the fucking business. Bret Hart had it right. I kind of find it crazy that these writers and all these motherfuckers are getting to tell me what to do, and they've never won a world title in their life.
I'll put it like this. I never thought I'd say it again. We got teased with the Shane McMahon return. We got teased with it. Was Shane being the one who was the smart one all the time?
Oh, Shane's done stupid shit. Shane thought he should look good against Brock Lesnar. What the fuck?
No,
man?
what I'm saying is, was he the one that was the smartest in the family?
No.
He did. You know what? I'm getting out of this. And Daddy had to call him and say, "Hey, I need you back." He brings him back for a year, and then everything. I mean, obviously his legs blowing out in the middle of a match. Can't call that one. But I'm just saying the fact of he shouldn't have had to call his own kid back just because he couldn't put the show on properly.
He should have come up with a better fucking program and stop putting your whole entire show on the back of one guy. The biggest problem with wrestling, all honesty, when it comes to booking like that, is you put the show on one guy. It doesn't fucking work. That guy right now, every time he comes out, the fucking crowd erupts. Roman Reigns. You should not be forcing a motherfucker down our throats. And look, I don't dislike Cody Rhodes, but you shouldn't be forcing the guy down my throat.
The difference between Cody and Austin Theory, family name. Because look at how the crowd reacted when Austin Theory was shoved down our throats. They did the same thing with Cody, but because of the family name.
I felt like back then he should have finished the story.
Listen, I'll still say it like this. I still think Cody's the third best wrestler in that family.
Oh, agreed. I agree.
That's the sad part.
So let me say this. The last time I saw a real great title run, and I'm not talking about Roman because he did an amazing job in those 3 years. But Roman's going to be facing Punk at Mania. That's the current fucking penciled in fucking match, right? Okay. CM Punk had that belt for a year at one point. And it was a big fucking deal. And he went from baby to heel. It was no, it had nothing to do with the pipe bomb. Beginning when it was after the pipe bomb.
Okay.
He beat Alberto Del Rio, won the title, and went on to hold that motherfucker for a year. During that time, he did turn heel. Okay. He did all this stuff. He ended up hitting The Rock, and he became a heel for The Rock to ultimately come back and beat him at the Royal Rumble later on. But what I'm saying is they allowed him to fucking be a versatile character. They allowed him. I'm not the biggest CM Punk in-ring fan. I'm not. It's just what it is. Mike works second to fucking none. He could take you on a story and show you so fucking much, and they don't let the guys do that anymore. Part of me always felt like if they do that, they give these guys too much value. And now that they have two fucking shows, well, if they have these two shows, or they have two fucking companies, one of these guys can leave, and we've built him up, and we've ruined our fucking stake in the guy.
Would you say, obviously it takes two to tango in that ring.
Yeah.
John could get on the mic and talk with somebody who's across the ring with him and he knew how to hit the cue. He knew how to get the crowd reaction. He knew how to ad lib sometimes. 99% of your performers today don't have that same kind of in-ring technology to where they can do that on their own.
Look, John can do that. Cena can do that now, but let's be honest.
He couldn't always do it.
No, for 10 years, Cena was booed. I could tell you the Cena matches are he gets knocked down, he battles back, shoulder breaker, or I'm sorry, so shoulder block, five knuckle shuffle, FU, we're done, we're in the showers. And it was going to be to a smattering of John Cena sucks, and it was horrible.
Dan, before we go any further on that, I would like to say one thing. I got to break it. I got to tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I hope Booker T, if he ever runs into that cuckoo head from the Wrestling Observer, he just smacks the hell out of him. Talking about how Booker T won the award for worst announcer. Are you kidding me? How WWE cleaned up on all the awards for worst, all went to WWE, and all the best stuff went to the puppets who pay old Craterface.
Yeah, but he didn't. They're not paying him. You know, we talked about this, right? We talked about why I believe that fucking Meltzer is such a fucking dickhead. Back in the 80s, they did not allow him to fucking sit back there. And what was you said was Mel himself said, "No, bro, you can't come back here no more." And he never let it go.
Yeah,
so of course he held
that as a grudge his whole career.
Anybody that's not WWE was better, right? Go back to fucking his time watching New Japan. Now, I will say that I agree with him that fucking Okada versus Kenny Omega was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life. I will stand by that. It's a great match. Really good match. Every time they touched, it was amazing. I'll say Kenny Omega is by far one of the greatest I've ever seen in the ring. But it doesn't mean that WWE didn't have great matches.
He doesn't have Benoit and Angle as a 5-star match.
He doesn't have Angle and fucking Shawn Michaels. He doesn't have The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels 1 and 2. I believe that. I'm not sure. It's always going to be the company. Because again, look, as much as I admit that I'm a jaded, bitter fucking wrestling fan. I will gladly give motherfuckers the middle finger and say, go fuck yourself rather than giving them opportunity. And that's just me. I can openly admit that. David cannot.
Mm-mm. If you're going to be the so-called person he is, to where everybody wants to reach out for him for every story, and the biggest problem with him is during the first thing about that whole thing with the ring boys and stuff like that, and he's on Phil Donahue. Who the frick was he to be on Phil Donahue with his stupid freaking mullet? Okay.
Let it go.
34 years later.
This is coming from a guy who thought he looked like the $1 Million Man because he got a haircut from the same woman. Really? You're going to give him shit about his mullet? I'm going to say this. You're the first man I've ever seen who had an asymmetrical reverse bob. Okay? Don't give me that shit.
I do not have this haircut right here. That guy right there, I don't have that haircut right there.
Okay.
You know, Mo, I don't have a Mo haircut.
Yeah, you did. You did back then.
But I'm saying is this. Know what you're talking about. Be in the freaking business, Dave. Okay? Then maybe you can have an opinion instead of just being on some guy's jockstrap.
Who's jockstrap?
Whichever his flavor of the week is. Because I'll tell you this right now. That guy, and I say, have a face-to-face with me, and I'm just,
You're just bitter, but at the same breath, I don't know if I can take you seriously because you're the same guy that got upset about Aubrey Edwards. And I'm going to bring it up again. Our Jacoby, not the Jacob that was here earlier, but our Jacoby had the privilege of meeting the lovely Aubrey Edwards, sweet as pie to him. And you know what he did? Sure. You know what he did?
I know what he did.
He sent us a picture of himself and said, "That's what a real referee looks like."
Hey, listen.
You sound like the poor man's Mr. T from Rocky 3. Hey, woman. I
can't put myself over because I've been there.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Don't we have somebody open up the show because he's been there?
Hold on. Hold on. So now you're gonna
At least
weigh your
been there.
celebrity over me now. I thought we were fucking. We could talk about whatever.
Is to have a piece of crap talk all that smack and never been there. At least be there. You never. If you've never been there, how can you talk to smack? You know,
Aubrey Edward is a sweet. I felt so bad because you had me believe that Aubrey was a stuck up, pain in the ass, fucking egotistical maniac, and it
Prima
comes out.
donna.
listen.
It turns out that Gerard is a stuck up prima donna egomaniac.
I have a funny feeling Jacob could have met Mae Young and said she was sexy. Okay, that's just yeah, exactly. Just because. Hey, now.
I wish we still had a picture. We could show these people what Gerard put up.
Now I can say this. I will say this. Was Jacob in the sober element when he met this
Don't
woman?
try to sit there. You are a piece of shit. How
That is a
dare
new
you?
low.
That's a new low, McGovern. That's a Millette. That is a new fucking low for you.
Sorry, Jacob is gonna be asked though.
You're going to sit there and you're going to give Jacob, because he told us the truth after you've been lying to us for almost 2 years about how Aubrey Edwards is a stuck up,
I didn't lie.
prima donna. She'd be stretching, but like, she's trying to make her more over than the wrestlers. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Aubrey Edwards is horrible. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, this motherfucker can't help but promote. I'm going to be a referee at Big Time Wrestling next week, just so y'all know. I'm refereeing there.
Well, listen, okay. Like I said before, when it comes to this, I can have opinions like that just because you've been there, you've done it. Old Creative Face Nelson never been there and did.
And great, sure. Creative Face is whatever, but can you finally clear the air and say, Gerard Millette was wrong. Aubrey Edwards is a sweetheart.
I never met her. Until I meet her. I don't know. I never met her.
She is a credible, wonderful referee, even willing to take bumps when need be.
I can't say that because I never met the woman.
You can't say that she's not willing to take bumps when need be. She just got to get kneed in the fucking face by Kenny Omega.
I didn't see it.
And you call yourself an investigative journalist.
I don't call myself. Listen, I can't even say I'm a Bobby Heenan broadcast journalist. Because, you know.
Wait, are you comparing yourself to Bobby Heenan now? Really? Your ego is so big?
Hey, listen, not a Bobby Heenan, not a Jesse, not a, nope, none of them.
I got a Lou Albano mustache.
Listen, but, it's funny because I was watching the Super Mario Brothers show go off the air the other day, and Sergeant Slaughter's in the background. Do the Luigi, do the Mario. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yossi Shore.
Jesus.
But as going back to the chamber, which is next Saturday, is there anything right now that makes you want to say, I got to see this? I got to watch this?
I don't even know who's in it.
That's what my point is. But that goes right now in all of wrestling to where it's like,
no, it's not. AEW is killing it.
Okay.
No.
There was a couple pay-per-views I would want to watch now. And like, okay, when's the next pay-per-view? Revelation or something like that? Revolution or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly.
Revelation.
Revelation.
The revelation is that Gerard is not a great booker.
No, I am so hoping, like I said to Lee, I am hoping that for next year, for WrestleMania weekend, and I said it to him, if they can get a show in New York City before WrestleMania, like so Friday night or Saturday WrestleMania show is probably going to start at 2:00 in the afternoon because it's in Saudi.
Yeah.
Do a live pay-per-view in New York City Saturday night. So you get WrestleMania in the afternoon. They invade their backyard on Saturday night.
You see this, Leland? Leland, I'm telling you right now, as soon as the fucking AEW does some shit like that, he's gonna say, I told y'all they were gonna be great. I told y'all that Tony Khan knows what he's doing. I told you.
But the other thing I said to him is, what happens if WWE books Monday Night Raw for New York City on the day after the Sunday show? So, but you'd have all your Raw stars on Saturday, so they can fly to. I'm going to tell you what happens if you find that out. That means they blocked AEW from coming in.
They've been doing it.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to block them. If you see that they're going to
feel like I'm fucking taking crazy pills. I've been saying it's just been going on for 6 months. They counter broadcast them. They fucking try to steal their talent. They do all kinds of shit. But no. Now.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Steal their talent? You mean the talent that right now has their contracts blocked? Something that somebody said they would never do?
Let's not act like Jericho's a true talent that we're really concerned about.
I'm talking.
And to Leland's point, it just made me realize when he said no because Cody's going to win. In my head, I went, enough with Cody. I don't even watch it like every Monday, like religiously, right? WWE has literally turned into the soap opera for you guys because this is like tuning out of Days of Our Lives for 6 months, coming back, and it's the same fucking storyline.
Hey,
I don't watch for 6 months, and my God, Cody's back on for the story and for WrestleMania. Enough with Cody fucking Rhodes.
I'm old enough to remember Luke and Laura, so don't go to.
But it's the same recycled, regurgitated shit that we didn't want to see 6 months ago. Why do they want to see it now?
He did his story. I think they should have let it run for about 6 months and then maybe flipped them. But I'm gonna here's the problem, and this is the problem. You want to change it? Somebody needs to step up and take Cody out. Take it off mute.
You're gonna glaze over the fact that they would try to steal their talent. They were reaching out to their fucking stars behind the scenes.
That goes both ways.
No.
Yes.
Tony Khan came out and said, I have not reached out to their people. Their people have reached out to me, and I've told them, when your contract's over, give me a call. Tony Khan was trying to do it on the up and up. Your boys over there at the fucking WWE were all like, hey, you got a contract.
I love it. They don't realize Cody's story isn't on the New York Times bestsellers list. Love it.
But that's what I'm saying. Fucking WWE's been doing shady shit all day long and talking about blocking people. Really, they tried to block Andrade for 2 years. He had to settle with them privately.
Wait a minute, though. Are you really going to put Andrade over in that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
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 Really? Really? Really? Really?
Come on, man.
Really?
I don't. Yeah, if that's the boat you want to sail on, you're going to end up in the bottom of the Atlantic.
Where your ideas go to die, Mr. I Want the Miz to wrestle fucking.
I mean, come on.
Now, I will say this. I was watching Unreal, and there was a part of it that talked about Jelly Roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Go ahead. Sorry.
I have to retract some of my opinions on Jelly Roll.
Do not retract your opinions on WWE superstar Jelly Roll.
How hard that man worked.
To drop 300 pounds?
To drop 300 pounds after being in a wrestling ring. How hard he worked, because he really does love that company and love that business. Because he grew up on. You may not like it, you may not. But what reminded me of that is you got fucking John in there, and Triple H made a comment when he was watching Jelly Roll move. It's like watching the dream, baby. The way he was moving, it was like watching a poor man's dream.
I'm not going to say this guy is going to be the end all be all, but I'm going to tell you.
No, fuck no.
If you truly like comeback stories, Jelly Roll is a comeback story.
Yeah.
Nope, y'all are both going to be on the wrong side of this. You haven't seen what's been coming out about Jelly Roll the past 48 hours. He is not.
Was he on the island too?
Not in the. He's not in the papers himself, but he is caught on video months and months and months ago talking about how someone like Mr. Epstein got to where he was, and how they're going to kind of do that it's people, right places, right time. So it's some very shady, fucked up. Yeah.
But he might have been. Was he in jail during that time though?
No. Like he's trying to build his own little empire. He's in a beef with some content creators. He's in a beef with a minister. There's a lot of shit coming out right now about Mr. Jelly Roll.
Okay, so for what I have
So
now,
we need to withhold our opinions.
Okay.
That he's woohoo. Because
I'm not saying I don't know the man fucking personally. I don't even listen to his fucking music. I've only heard what
just
Gerard.
saying,
I only hear what Gerard tries to play
be
for me at
bad
the
for
beginning of the
business.
fucking show, and I don't want to hear. But I'm saying watching Jelly Roll and do what he did on that program was inspiring. If it comes out he's a piece of shit, doesn't change that what he did was inspiring. He's just an inspiring piece of shit.
Would you agree on this? That I think we all three can agree on this. There's some artists, some entertainers that we would all agree on. Stick to what brought you to the dance and don't go outside what brought you to the dance. Because too many artists and entertainers think, oh, I'm at the dance now, so now I can voice my opinions any way I want to. It's
What frustrates me is you think you can bring your shit to my fucking joy and ruin it.
Right.
Like that sexy red chick, man, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about your ass hanging out your pants. Get the fuck off my screen. Cardi B was all right. Better than I thought it was going to be. But like, there's some people that don't have look, don't come and think don't fuck with my shit. Don't fuck with my shit.
No. And that's what I'm saying, to where there's singers I like. I like to hear them sing. But once they're done singing, I don't need to know anything about what your views are and anything to do with the world, because that's not what people pay to hear you say. They pay to hear you sing your music. Entertainers on my TV screen, you're in a movie. When you're done shooting that movie, shut your mouth, because you know what? Obviously, if it's not written for you, you don't know how to say a goddamn word. Just shut up.
Grant. What we call a little circle over here on this channel.
You know, I tell my wife all the time, I never thought I'd ever hear the day of myself say it, to where sometimes listening to Kim Kardashian is better than listening to almost anybody else in Hollywood.
What?
Exactly.
That's a wild thing.
Exactly. And I mean that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, to where it's like, hey, keep your opinions where they're at.
She's deaf, bitch.
Love you.
Love you.
And I'm just giving that as an example of that kind of name. And I'm not a Swiftie or nothing like that, so I could really give a crap what the entertainers and all that stuff have to say. Keep your opinions to yourself, unless you're going to run for a political office.
Hold on. This is the same fucking man that sat there singing Jelly Roll's praises every time we got on the motherfucking stream. All we hear about is Jelly. Have you heard Jelly Roll's new song? Have you heard this about Jelly Roll?
Hey,
Jelly Roll this, Jelly Roll that. I love Jelly Roll. I love Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll
you're a liar.
playing fucking music from Jelly. This story is amazing about Jelly Roll. What he's gone through. Oh,
Dara,
Jelly was
save
in
me.
prison.
The only jelly rolls I know about are the ones that Little Debbie made back in the 80s.
Oh, good Lord.
Mine.
I can still get them things. I still get them.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he's always given me the ick. I've never liked him, and this is not.
He's no look. He's no rag and bone man.
Well, no, there's only one rag and bone man.
And I want you to show Gerard a picture of Rag and Bone Man, if you don't mind. Mind you, this man is my height and sings better than Jelly Roll. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes, John. He is on the country. He's on country music. He just won Country Album of the Year.
Oh, hold on. Do you see that, John? Do you see how he changed his little twang there? He goes to one George Strait concert, now he thinks he's the fucking king. You see, yeah, John, there you go, John. He sounds just like that. He just won CMA Performer of the Year. John, I'm telling you.
Album of the Year. I said album of the year.
Google Jelly Roll, but I mean, Jelly Roll's like Wish Rag and Bone Man.
Jelly Roll is Wish Rag and Bone Man. This is a picture of Rag and Bone Man, who is 6'5" and sings like a fucking god. Same kind of music.
Oh, okay.
As Jelly Roll, but it's like R&B.
He's not country. It's
looks like a twin.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy, huh?
I wish we could fucking play his music on here so you could hear it. It's so much better. And last I heard, he hasn't been seen on some island.
No, wait, he was singing a song a couple. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the name of the song he sings that's really popular.
You would know, being a fan.
Oh no,
He's a roller. He's on a Swiftie, but he's a roller.
No,
He's
that
a
guy
roller.
right there.
He's a roller.
He was on a show last week.
Rag and Bowman came.
He might have been playing at
Dragon Ball Man's actually from the UK, though.
No, was he playing at the Olympics?
I doubt it.
No, he was playing. He was singing a song, and I'm trying to remember the name of the song.
Human?
Huh?
Him? The song Human?
Is he talking about Jelly Roll or Rag and Bowman?
No, no, I'm talking about that guy right there. The guy you just.
Oh, Rag and Bowman.
Yeah.
That's Human.
Huh?
It's got to be the song
Got to be
Human.
Human.
No. But you know, well, the only reason I started liking Jelly Roll because I think he sang a song with Eminem or something like that.
No, it wasn't. He just liked Jelly Roll. He thought I told you, he went and saw George Strait.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. No, but I listen to Eminem. Yeah, I listen to Eminem. But I also listen to Ice Cube, NWA. You know. Yeah, I know. What's a white boy doing living up in the north listening to that kind of music? Well,
no one said that.
But, you know, it's okay now every now and then to have a little twang, though. But next Saturday, though, when that show comes on, they have a lot of work to do tomorrow and Friday to put that show over. And I don't see it happening.
You don't see them bringing Bad Bunny in for WrestleMania to go against Logan Paul? Because they're talking about that, too.
And I'd want Logan Paul to win.
Yeah.
I'd want him to squish the bunny. I'd want him to be Elmer Fudd, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. And he should come out. And if he does it, have him come out in an Elmer Fudd outfit and then take the outfit off.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're booking. Jesus. And we still have him on the show.
Get that
I
Wesley
love this
Wabbit.
so much.
Oh, my God. Just get the Wesley Wabbit.
The same fucking WrestleMania that they do that is the same one Miz is going to be wrestling a cardboard cutout of himself.
That's right.
Hey, listen.
This is the same guy who wanted a world champion to go into the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, while also holding the Money in the Bank at the same time, so he had a triple threat match with himself.
Still better than anything they're booking right now.
You know? Hey, we could have a
I would watch that. I would pay to watch that.
We could have Judy Bagwell on a pole match, too.
With all the fucking promotion, Dude Wipes and fucking Blue Chew are going to be on the turnbuckles next year.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's all. I think one company is just a storyline away from bringing back Vince Russo, for crying out loud.
Fucking Condom Depot is going to be on their fucking trunks.
Trojan. A Trojan horse in the middle of the ring.
I think that even they would have to say no to that because you can't have a former CEO embroiled in a sexual trafficking case and have condoms be your sponsor. So I think we're safe from seeing that collaboration.
Fucking look. To be fair though, the people that are fucking running that show are like the Fonz, so they're like, hey.
Listen. If Trojan wanted to spend the right amount of money, you know that, and hey, it's just a sponsor. Because, you know, if you notice, they taken away Real American Beer. That's gone.
I didn't taste it, but I heard it wasn't all that great.
No, but it's gone. But I'm just saying the fact of some of the stuff that they've been doing lately, and, you know, here we are, we talk about it and stuff like that. What happens if Triple H goes? TKO brings in something who knows nothing about the business.
I believe they did, John.
And if they know nothing about the business,
they don't.
I mean, 5 years from now, are we talking about them? Because TKO overprices so much to where before they know what hits them, they're getting 2,000 people for a Monday Night Raw. They're back into your local armories. They're back into your local, like, you know, high school gyms. Just because of the fact because, you know, wrestling fans have a good way. Wrestling fans, I think, unlike all sports fans, have a good way of kicking the promotion in the ass. Say, okay, You want to do this to us? Because they know. It's not like these ain't unionized employees to where if we support them, they're still going to get their money.
That is an interesting concept. Can the business go backwards? Can you dismantle the giant machine that it is right now and go back to a more simplistic format? Are there the people with the knowledge and the love of the sport? Is there the ability to take it back to?
Oh, you would see
think?
Monday Night Raw with the WWE logo.
This is the wrestling that Gerard wants.
I'm
sharing it with you now.
No Titantron. You'd have the lights around the ring. You wouldn't have the fireworks. They would go bare knuckles right down to the bone.
No. This is the wrestling you want, Gerard. Go ahead.
Know what it's like to have an abortion at 7 years old? Do you? I've had so many abortions. I just got addicted to them.
Whoa, did you hear that?
Irene, you said you love me. I'm not in love with you. I'm in love with abortions. Don't you understand?
What the?
I would pay to watch that.
That's what you want.
No.
That's what Gerard wants.
I used to crack up at the celebrity death match.
Celebrity Deathmatch was greatness.
Oh my God! It was, and you know the sad part about it? It was the Mills Lane. Let's get it on!
Oh yeah.
No. That's what Gerard wants. That's the wrestling Gerard wants. I'm addicted to abortions. Hit a man with the face with a chair.
When she should have hit him in the. What if she took the chair and hit him in the nuts?
You see how he's not saying no, right? He's
Yeah.
saying you should have hit him with a chair in the nuts, right?
If you're talking about the other thing, why hit him in the head? That has nothing to do with it. Should have hit him in the head.
Concussion protocol, Gerard.
Huh?
Concussion protocol.
That would have been more funnier. Bam! Give him a nut shot.
Hold on. Keep going. Y'all keep talking.
No.
Nope.
So we're talking about can you go back to a smaller
Simple time.
system, simpler time? Go back
Have
to
the fans made it so you can't go back to simpler though.
Huh?
Have the fans made it to where you can't go back to
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I think the fans would welcome that, right? But I don't know that you have the people that have the love, the knowledge of the business.
basically go back to like the old superstars.
You go back to the regions, right? And you have all your different. I'm being directed. One moment, please.
What the hell do you care? Get off the wrestling mat! Boo! Why do I care? These kids made it so real wrestling is gone from schools. It's practically gone from the culture. Damn it, they took my job! Huh? What? They took his job. I know. Shh. Oh man, they took his job? They took a dog. They took his dog! They broke it there! Took it there! They broke his jaw! They broke his jaw! Took it there!
What the? He said they took my job, and now these rednecks started saying something else.
That's what you want, Gerard. That's what you want.
Listen, don't go messing with a country boy, okay?
You're not a country boy.
No, you didn't get it. No, you didn't get it. The old days of the hillbilly gyms, the Corporal Kirchners,
That's the only country you fucking know is wrestling characters. You don't have any idea what it is to wear. The first time I've ever seen you in cowboy boots is when you came down to fucking Texas. You don't know what a pearl snap is or jeans?
First of all, I don't even have cowboy boots on. I don't know.
You got some fucking Skechers, and this motherfucker thinks he knows what this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't own a pair. I try to get a pair, but unfortunately, up here.
He wants bedazzled jeans on his ass is what Gerard wants.
And I'll put you like this. Up here, in this weather, wearing cowboy boots is not a good thing up here.
Combo boots? What the fuck is a combo boot?
Cowboy. It's easier to get combat boots up here than it is to get cowboy boots. You know, because, I got my big-ass Timberlands, but those are for snow. I'll be using them a lot tomorrow. But cowboy boots.
Don't mess with a country boy like Gerard.
No, the mud hit from Mudlick. Come on. When the best part of a show is a woman who can't even get into the ring because she has a broken ankle, isn't that a problem? When the entertainment factor goes up when she comes on the screen, and I watched Raw, and the most entertaining part of Raw is when a woman puts her hand behind her back and tells her somebody else, "Go ahead, hit me." Really? It's just getting to the point of where simplicity is not even there anymore.
Or maybe that WWE stories just suck right now, and you can finally admit that. I've been telling you this.
They've become a corporate sellout.
I've been telling you this for 6 fucking months.
Corporate sellout.
And maybe now you'll fucking start listening to me sooner.
I don't get excited anymore about anything's going on.
Because it sucks.
Like I said.
But you'll shit on me when you and I
look. I cared more when there were shitty storylines over selling out for the money.
I've been telling you this for 6 fucking months, but when I tell you,
he's
hey,
here now, so it's good.
Gerard, when I tell you,
no.
Gerard,
See, he doesn't like to see people progress. He's gonna slam him until he's like, okay. 6 months ago, it's like, nah. Okay.
No, because I dealt. No. This is why, because I dealt with him and fucking Jacoby shit for 6 months, and then see, even Jacob, the last time he was on the show, you know what, Dan, you might be right. I went to that fucking show; it was pretty good. And I've been telling you that AEW had a better product. And yes, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying that every match is for everybody. Yes, there's some fucked up shit going on over there at times. But I've been telling you, they have a better product. They have better fucking
all I'm
wrestlers.
saying to you is, I think WWE has circled back to Vince's booking ways. But the difference is, Vince had bad booking. But he wasn't pricing you out of the freaking building.
No. It's been bad booking, bad pricing, bad everything for over 6 months, and I've been telling you. You were such an advocate defender that you said even you would try to find.
You think I'm blind? I'm saying
yes,
to you like this.
Yes, I do. Yes, I think you're very blind.
I've been saying to you like this. TKO has gotten to the point to where their top dollar, or their bottom dollar is more important than doing the right thing by the fans, which Triple H did when he first took over for Vince.
Where the fuck has he been? It's been going on for years. But the last 6 months has gotten bad. But it's been going on. They don't give a fuck about you, Gerard. They don't give a fuck about
to be fair, like before TKO was a thing and Vince was run out and Triple H took over, there was an improvement in the product.
For 18
months. No, and I agree with that. The problem was but the prices were always an issue.
No, they weren't.
Under
Vince, they weren't that much of an issue.
In the picture, it may have escalated.
Yes,
but it was not where it is now. So there was a substantial downshift in entertainment.
Gerard,
they touted $25 tickets up until Vince left.
But Gerard, for at least I'll be fair, at least the last 6 months, has been the biggest fucking WWE fucking defender and advocate to my detriment.
He's here now.
And he's still. It took some.
Let's celebrate that you two are on the same page.
We're not though.
No,
we'll never be on the same page.
You know what it is? He wants to be at the top writing, and he wants me to be at the bottom of the writing.
For once, I want you to admit. No, because I've eaten shit sandwich after shit sandwich from you and Jacob, and I've been screaming this shit.
I know you want the large print and you want me in the little fine print.
What I want is for you to be humble like your favorite football team who got their asses whipped at the Super Bowl and just acknowledge the fact that you're wrong for
I'm not
once.
Wrong. I'm not. How am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I'm saying to you, I have finally been able to see the fact.
He wants you to tell him he was right.
Now that I am wrong.
He just wants
no, it's not being wrong.
Right.
It has nothing to do with being wrong.
So now you're not wrong.
It has nothing to do with being right. it has the fact of being able to say and look at the stats, look at the figures, and say they have outpriced the common man. Put the polka dots away. They're done. They're gone. They're buried. If you're not in the $1 million man class anymore, you can't even go see them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sad part.
You bought a house with $1 million man, you still can't afford to go.
Exactly.
Because they took your money.
But here's the thing. We're going to find out because I'm going to tell you, I think come Vegas, you're not going to have the celebrity show up in Vegas that you did last year. What do you think? I mean, you know what would be the killer thing is? Yeah, I bet you've all seen the commercial. I bet you've all seen the commercial for Trivago, to where you got 3 guys sitting around and thinking, "Oh, I got this room for $250." The other 2 guys start laughing. We spent $150. You're going to have people sitting in the first row, yapping about how much they spent. Oh, I spent $5,000. I spent $10,000. I spent $20,000. There's going to be some guys spent. I spent $1,000 this morning.
I just,
because they're going to have to drop the prices that much to get people to buy them.
I can't get over the fact that now he's all gung ho about the same shit I've been talking about, and he can't.
So you got
hold on. No. He thinks he came to this himself, but now it's like you can't just acknowledge the fact that I've been telling you this for 6 months. He can't just admit that he was wrong. Now he's got.
How are they wrong?
He's got to be the hero because he's come to this realization all by himself that it wasn't being fucking billboarded and showed that the fucking WWE's fucking business practices and them as a company.
I had a premonition and I saw the light.
Sounds like fucking Paul Bear. I had a dream. A ring surrounded by fire.
I want to
Oh yes.
I want to circle back to the no watch party thing real quick because I have a question.
Okay.
Do they have that rule with any big fucking UFC events that they can't?
Nope.
So why?
No, but some bars ain't allowed to show it because of the fact that they have to pay per screen.
So why couldn't they do that for WrestleMania? Why wouldn't they want that extra revenue since no one's buying a motherfucking ticket? Why wouldn't you take money from bars and establishments?
I want to know how they control that. Do they have people walking into bars and establishments?
No. So basically, when I worked security at bars, how that works is okay. So where you and I would pay $65 for a fucking PLE or whatever, a bar is going to pay about $200.
Right.
But paying that $200, they can put it on every screen in the bar.
Yep.
But they're only playing that flat $200, and they can charge $10 to $15 at the door for people to come in. So they're making revenue at the door and revenue at the fucking bar. With this, they can't do that. They can't put it on all their TVs. They have to pay $65 per TV, and they're not going to do that.
Now, but they can still put it on their biggest TV in the bar.
No, because it's still considered a gathering. So, like, if I were to do it at the house like this, I had like 4 people over here. Oh yeah, we're just having to kick it out. That's just people hanging out and kicking it, right? This is a fucking assembly. This is a gathering of people.
That's what I'm saying. So how are they going to monitor that? They're going to have the party police out in full.
They're going to have you come out there and do what you do and be, that's every party needs a pooper. That's why they invited you, party pooper.
Well, I know what the fine get. And in the fine, like sometimes can be like $5,000 or something like that.
But you're right. Enforcement seems like how would you enforce that?
Yeah, how would you enforce it? And how many people got black boxes to where you can't even track it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what if
can they block the signal? Like when if you're not subscribed to ESPN for a certain amount, are they just going to block the signal so it won't even get to those locations? Is that how they do it?
I mean, what if it's a private club?
I'm just curious why WWE is any different than UFC. So if you're not going to enforce this with UFC, you have the one company that's actually making money. Why? I don't understand
the
penalization.
But WWE is making money. That's the thing. They were making money. They were making money more than the UFC at the time because UFC was in debt. They were using speculation was that WWE was paying for UFC bills.
Hey, here's the thing for you. We got less than 2 months. Do we see a lawsuit before then to where they can't enforce this?
I don't think
for Las Vegas, they might say, you know what, we're going to throw up a lawsuit. We're going to block this. And then they drop the lawsuit the day after?
Yeah, that's when they're going to call you and you'll be their new fucking attorneys.
Right there. The Dewey Chief. Hey, we got the attorneys right there.
Look at his face.
He's so happy.
He's like a small child. Look at him. And he was still wrong, and he can't admit it.
I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
All of you Marks have been listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.